What's happening, people? Welcome to the United Stand. Welcome to another Flex Files, man. I hope you lot can see that I'm joined by Troopz. I think it's Troopz. Is it even you, Troopz? Is that even you there?
Blood,
is it you?
You know, I have to protect myself with all the Aubameyang talk. You get me? All that fly talk coming my way, blood. I have to just, you get me? You understand?
Boy, it's mad. Hey, how's quarantine life treating you, man?
Blood, I think man can see how it's treating me, blood. You understand? It's a madness. I'm not gonna lie, blood. As soon as I find out when man's allowed out, fam, I'm booking my trim, blood.
Hey, it's gonna be a mad rush to the barbers when that happens, you know.
I'm telling you, you're gonna see man. You're gonna see man getting stone cold stunners in the barber shop, blood. I'm man, fam. I'm jumping. You know where the barber puts his clippers, blood? I'm jumping on the clipper set and flying off, blood. Swear down, fam. Get out of my chair, blood.
It's gonna be mad. Like the way people, I've got a beard in places I didn't even know my beard could go. Like it's just mad. It's just pulling out, going out. Look at that.
I don't know what's going on, G.
Oh God, listen, lad, thanks for coming on, man. Guys, smash a like on the video. We've got a lot to talk about today. Been meaning to get Troopz on for a while. This guy, Troopz is the only man I know that even in lockdown, I still can't reach him when I need to reach him. How's that possible? How's that possible?
Blood, I don't know, man. You understand? Like it's from you get hold of me, you got me in it. You understand? It's just getting hold of man, blood.
I hear you. And you know,
I'm like Wiley in the YouTube in the football YouTube game, blood.
It's true. But just not turning off the shows of that. That is. And you know what the worst thing is big up Chucky as well, because I saw something on Chucky's podcast the other day. Shout out Chucky, and he was like, just because like I'm at home, it don't mean I'm more available. Like I still got stuff to do. Don't take it to heart. And it's true. Everyone thinks that because everyone's at home, it means that everyone's got nothing to do. So I hear that, man. I hear that. But you can see the title of the video there: Void or Play. Let's get straight into it, man. There's Gary Neville tweeted probably about an hour ago, actually, that the Premier League are looking for June the 8th return. This is being briefed anonymously. He said no one don't want to put their name to it. But for Gary Neville to tweet that, you know he knows whoever he knows, whichever Premier League manager. He's an inside man, you know what I mean? June the 8th. Should we come back and play the season, or should it get voided? What's your thoughts?
Me, like, I'm in a 50-50 position, blood. Before this, like when it started, my first thing was finish the league, innit? Understand? Let's finish the league. The way we've been playing, we started to turn the draws into W's. We got a few game in hand. You never know, we could pull ourselves back into the race, you understand, for top 4. Then they're saying that if they were to void it, then they're going to look on this point system, like UEFA might look on this point system thing to see who has the most points and who's qualified for the Champions League the most times, and then that will be the participants of that country. So if that's the case, I want the thing voided now, blood. Yeah, I want it voided now, dog. Yeah, you're Man United, man. Holler at Neville and tell him to tell their man there, get off their rotted batty and void this thing now, blood. Yeah, void it now, dog. You understand? Otherwise, get me in June. Let's get back to football. You get me? That's how I'm feeling at the moment. But
I see what you're saying. The thing is, there's this infatuation with like this September. A lot of people saying September. Mark's in the comments there. He says football either comes back in June or we wait in a year because this ain't going to be any safer in September. And that's what I'm saying. There's this infatuation with September. I'm saying like, well, in September, a player can still catch coronavirus. A staff member, anyone can still catch it. Anyone can still end up on a ventilator, God forbidden. It's still going to be out there. The whole reason that we're on lockdown now is to stop the NHS being overwhelmed with everyone being sick at the same time. You can't stop it completely. You can't stop people catching it. I do believe that the coronavirus is going to be there, like the flu, like that. You can't stop it. It's there every year. And there's no vaccine yet. There's not going to be a vaccine anytime soon. So I do see both sides. But my problem is that if we wait until like into September, October, November, how much safer is it than a June, July? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, okay, the further away from when we then come out of isolation and stuff and lockdown, then the longer you leave it, technically, the lesser risk there is. But how much less risk? Because really, there's always a risk.
For me, like, if the only benefit of starting the league back that late in September would that it would benefit the World Cup in Qatar, because the World Cup is going to be played in December times because of the heat. So that would help the players so they could have rest time and whatnot, and all the leagues will be fair. You understand? But it's if anything, it's high risk to play at them because the flu is more susceptible in cold conditions. You understand? It's not in hot conditions where you don't really catch flu in hot conditions. You understand? It's when it's cold. The weather changes, and that's when the weather changes. So you understand? Corona might even be more rife in the winter time. You understand?
Yeah, we don't know yet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you understand? So you have to look at it like that as well, blood. So for me, I'm with I don't agree with you, man, a lot, blood. You understand? To be honest, I don't agree with you, man, at all, blood.
I was gonna say, when you say not a lot, it's never.
It's never. You understand? It's never, dog. You understand? But one thing I can agree with Mark on is that if you don't start it in June, then you have to just scrap it and look to start the whole season fresh, blood.
Yeah, because there's got to be a cut-off point in it, and that's my thing. Is like if it gets to like September and we ain't kicked a ball for the rest of the season, then surely they got to be looking to the next one. Like there's got to be a cut-off point that they've got. Like, well, we can't go past this time.
Yeah, because even like it's not fair on the players as well. Like they can't like be asked to keep themselves fit for like. You understand? They need a break. You get me? They're human beings, blood. They get me. They get a break at the season. You're just telling them, yeah, stay fit, stay fit, stay fit. Keep. You understand? And then you're just keeping them there. You have to either get it going in June, or we're gonna have to like scrap it and say, you know what, Liverpool, you might can hold a certificate or something. You get me?
Just to say you did well for when the season was on.
Yeah, blood, because you can't like the league is not like the league's done, innit? Yeah. But mathematically it's not done.
100%.
Because you never know, blood. Liverpool could do a madness, blood. And you understand, you never know, blood, innit? You understand? That year when Gerrard slipped, everyone thought it was going, you get me? And then boom, you get me? It went City. You understand? That could happen. You never know, blood. Football's a funny thing, fam. Nobody knew that you lot was gonna do the mad thing with Solskjaer. You get me? Like, you understand? There's been moments in football where you're like, you know what? Football's a funny game, blood. You never know what's going to happen. It's not done till it's done. You get me? So you can't be handing out league titles and even relegation, blood. You can't be relegating teams, blood, because there's certain teams in the relegation zone that have game in hand. You understand? If they win that game in hand, they're out the relegation zone. Do you understand? So the Premier League, they're in a serious predicament, blood. You understand? The whole of world football is in a serious predicament, blood, because then you got like the Dutch who are saying, yo, we're locking off our thing. The French have locked off their thing. I think they've locked it off in Denmark as well. You understand? And that might have an effect on the other leagues, blood.
Belgium,
you understand? Like, even though like they're not like the major leagues in football, in world football, they are, you understand? Professional leagues, blood. You get me? So you're gonna have to look at other countries and take note, fam.
Yeah, I think, and you know what's very interesting that I found, is like, I think it all comes down to money with a lot of it. It's going to play a big part. You look at the leagues that haven't voided or cancelled yet, should I say. It's let's say the three powerhouse leagues in Spain, Italy, and the Premier League, the most lucrative leagues. Yes, PSG obviously are in the French league, but by and large, it's usually just them. So it's weird how like Italy, who were affected really bad, you know what I mean? Spain affected really bad, very, very badly. Obviously, we've got like the highest death toll in Europe now, which is awful. But it's weird how we've got those kind of results with deaths and stuff like that, but we haven't come out and said our thing's cancelled. Do you know what I mean? Which makes me think, actually, I can see that it will be maybe for the wrong reasons why we come back, and it's kind of forced. But in terms of like fairness, you talk about there, like some teams could get relegated or come up or whatever, and it's not fair. And like you said, mathematically, what do you think is the fairest thing? So say it gets to a point where they go, you can't play it. Are you saying, well, where everyone finishes, they finish, or it gets voided? So Liverpool don't win the league, no one goes up, no one comes down, no one gets Champions League. Us two are in Europa again. It is what it is. Everything resets.
Yeah, you have to go back on for the teams that were in the league from last season. So the 17 teams that are in it straight away, take out the promoted teams. You go back on where they finished last season. You understand? And that's where they start for the next season. The promoted teams, they just stay. You understand? No one gets promoted, no one gets relegated.
Well, like how Norwich came up last year, they'll still be in the league. They get another. Basically, they get another go, get another crack.
Basically, they get another. Yeah, they get a free hit. You understand? Like they've learned. Like they could have learned their lesson now and then gone again and stayed up this year. You get me? That's the only way you can do it, blood. Because it's not fair to relegate teams that haven't been relegated, blood. You understand? There's probably only one team that can get relegated. Who's that? Norwich, isn't it? Norwich.
Well, and that's not even mathematically. I was talking to Todd Cantwell and Jamal the other day, and we asked them. We was like, look, if it comes back and you got 8 games, how would you view it? Like, do you think you're down, or do you? Them man was saying, no, you know what? We've had a fresh start. Obviously, not in the right circumstances, but we'll treat it as like a mini league. And they said, look, we believe we can still stay up. And why do they believe they can still stay up? Because it ain't mathematically impossible.
And even like they had good results, like, I mean, get me, they knocked out Tottenham in the FA Cup.
Exactly.
That will give them a bit of confidence, that you understand, to even maybe stay up, blood. So you have to literally go back on the previous 17 teams where they finished. Boom. That's how you start next year, blood. And then the promoted teams, you just sit where you are, and then we go again, blood.
Would you be vexed though if, like, because they say the same to Man United fans, because we got this thing with Sheffield United. Say, like, because you got like this outside chance of you not finishing top 4. I don't think you lot were ever going to get there. But again, we're talking about mathematics and who's where. Point wise, you could have, but I just don't think you would have. But would you take like them finishing off the league and doing that UEFA coefficiency thing where it's like Arsenal can slide in into the Champions League this way, or would you be like, nah, it's not fair on like Sheffield United, man. Like, they've been solid all season. They're up there. Because with us, we're Sheffield United got a game in hand on us. So if the season finishes now, they could be like, we were going to beat Aston Villa in that game, and we would have been 5th. So Man City got dash out. So now we get the 4th spot. Like, would you take it, or would you be like, nah, I just want it to be as fair as possible?
Callum's my dog, yeah. You lot already know. You understand? Callum's my dog. But fuck that, bloody. You man, I'm an Arsenal man. You understand? If I can get back in the Champions League, yo, me, I'll come in the dog.
Whoever's expense, you don't care.
I'm a chip, blood. I'm licking off man's doors, fam. And I'm coming through, blood. You understand? I'm licking off man's doors, blood. I'm coming through. Whoop. You understand? You know, like when you know that meme video when they're like, we got him. And all the heads running the yard, dog. That'll be me and the man, them, fam, running in for Champions League football, dog. You understand? Aubameyang right next to me. You understand?
Is he though? Is Aubameyang going to be right next to you?
Yeah, he will, blood. You understand? No man, something from now, yeah. If he goes, yeah, for me, if he goes, he's going abroad. He's not going. Chelsea, them man are running the highest budge on King's Road, bro. The highest, bro. The highest, bro. You understand? Yeah, I'm telling you, they got the plug, blood. You understand? They got the plug. You understand? I don't know what they're bunning down there, blood. You get me? You lot, like, when the rumors were going around about United, you lot have the money, and you lot have the money to pay, like, to buy him, and you've got the money to pay him. You understand? But if he sits and looks at the actual situation and looks at everything at United, blood, you understand? Like, you have to look at everything, blood. Like, you know that there's disharmony between the board and Solskjaer. And you know there's disharmony in the players, there's disharmony in the fans, there's this, there's that, You understand? Does he really want to leave Arsenal, yeah, where things were bad, but now there's a bit, you understand? You can see, like, you got a manager there now that's actually got like a vision. You understand? He's actually got a style of, he's got a philosophy. You get me? He knows what he's doing, blood. You get me? And with the kind of players that, yeah, like, I'll be the first one to say it, blood. We're linked FC, blood. You understand?
LinkedIn, bro.
We should have rights to LinkedIn, blood. You understand? When you look at the players, with like in previous season, the players we've been linked with, you're there and you're like, brother, seriously? Like, is that this who we're linked with, bro? Now we're looking at like you're hearing Upper Moncano, Partey. You understand? It's building pace as well. You get me? People never thought we would have got Aubameyang. We got Aubameyang. People never thought we'd get Pepe. We got Pepe. You understand?
People didn't think you'd get Ozil.
People, you understand? You get me? People have to realize, blood, we are in a bad position as a club, yeah? We are in a bad position. We're ninth, blood. That's not us, blood. You understand? But we are still Arsenal Football Club, blood. You understand? We still have we still have the tiniest, it might be tiny.
I'm going to say, it's very small now.
It might be tiny right now, blood, but we were still capable to throw that rod out and wheel in a man. You understand? And I believe that with the board we have now, Edu and them man there who care for the club, Raul who knows about football. You understand? These men know if you want to kick on, you keep Aubameyang, blood. You look at previous decisions you made, blood. Don't make it again. But that was under the old board, blood. That was Gazidas, the Wallad, blood. Now he's ruining Milan, blood. I done told them Italian man about them, blood. I tried to warn them, fam. They didn't listen, blood. Now they're gonna suffer, blood. That's their business now. You understand? That's no longer my problem, blood. But when I look at my club now, I'm like, I don't think he'll leave, bro. You get me? The fans love him. He's comfortable. He's the talisman. He's the captain.
What about that? It's his last big contract, yeah? Which it is. What is he, 30 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's his last big contract. And he wants to go and win stuff. Now, look, us as both clubs, we're not that close to winning the Premier League title, obviously. I'd say we're not. I'd say if you're gonna ask me personally, I'd say we're closer than you, but that's still nothing to celebrate because we're still miles off. It's not really a conversation. So if Aubameyang goes, all right, you know what, boom. If Barcelona come in for me, Luis Suarez is on his way out or whatever, I could do 2 years there. I could go challenge for Champions League, almost certainly win the Spanish league, not certainly, but you know what I mean. Or a Juve, I could go and do it now. Or a Bayern, I'm challenging. Would you begrudge him that?
If it was a foreign club, then I wouldn't begrudge him, blood. You get me? But I don't know. You see, with me, yeah, it's I don't know, man. It's a bit because it's Aubameyang, innit? You understand? And I got that kind of with him. You get me? Like when they tried to hang me out to dry with that Ornstein article, blood, he could have just sat there and let them kill me, blood. He came out and said, "Yo, you understand? I fuck with Troopz, blood. That's my guy. I'll talk to who I want when I want." You get me? So you understand? It's you get me? It's weird for me, blood, because I don't want him to leave, blood. You understand? Yeah. I'm not that kind of guy to be in his DMs every day. Yo, sign the thing. But whenever
at the end of the day, it's his life, it's his job, it's his career. It's a short career.
Yeah, and I understand that. For me, this is a lot like the Van Persie situation. I don't see it as the Alexis situation. He's just a greedy little prick. Straight up and down, blood. He's just greedy, blood. You get me? If he wanted to do footballing decisions, he would have gone to City, blood. You understand? He went to United for money, and that's the truth, blood.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
With Aubameyang, it's like Van Persie situation, blood. You're at an age where you're like, you know what? This is my last big contract, blood. Do I believe I can win here, blood? Because I believe he wants to stay, but I think he wants reasons to stay. You get me? And I think that when you're seeing in the media now all these rumors about there's a big U-turn he's gonna sign, maybe it is because of the work we're putting in behind the scenes, the players we're trying to bring in. Because if he's seeing like, yo, Upper Moncano, Partey, he's like, brother, yo, that's a spine now, blood. You get me? We got Leno, solid keeper. You put Upper Moncano in there with Saliba. You understand? You put Partey in there with any of them midfielder because he's a bad boy. And then you got Abba up top doing his thing, blood. You get me? Martinelli will get better next year. You got man like Pepe that's going to get better next year. You understand? Like, you get me? Like,
it starts to look like something that he can buy into.
Like, you understand? You got Saka there. Like, come on, blood. Like, we got potential in this team, blood. You get me? We just need to keep the stars and just add a few diamonds, blood. You get me? Get a few diamonds from the dirt and just put them in, blood. And then we can.
So if he ends up at United, you end up going mad because he can't win nothing there, so he'll be coming to us for the money.
Dog, for me, yeah, it's a straight money thing. Like,
he won't end up at United.
Yeah, I can't see him going to I cannot see him going to an English club, especially Chelsea.
Yeah. A Chelsea fan here just put, I'm assuming that they're a Chelsea fan, Pulisic, Aubameyang and Ziyech. What a front line. If that was to happen, that would be a big boy front line still. That'd be quite good. Can't lie about that. That. But
yeah, and then you got Aubameyang, Pepe and Martinelli. You understand? Behave yourself about Pulisic, blood. You get yeah?
Yes. We're nearly at 2,000 people watching live. Love that. Get your questions in for Troopz as well. We're going to keep putting questions to him. Another player that you was talking about there, which has been linked to Man United as well, and hotly linked to just around Europe, is obviously Thomas Partey. Us at United, people saying that our midfield could need some work defensively in terms of, all right, we're going to have Bruno and Pogba, which is going to be madness. That is the levels. And then we need like a holding midfielder. McTominay's a box-to-box and actually scores quite a few goals, to be fair to him.
I can't lie.
He's doing his thing. Fred has got a lot better as well. He's doing his thing. But again, it's not a holding midfielder. The only true holding midfielder we have is Matic. And obviously he's probably got, we extended his contract, but that's probably only going to be a year in it. So there's talks of maybe Declan Rice. There's talks of Thomas Partey, and Arsenal massively linked with Thomas Partey. And I know his agent, there's rumours that his agent's just trying to get him a better contract at Atletico. Then we saw something from an African journalist a couple of days ago, quite credible guy, who was like, Thomas Partey likes the United link. He wants to come to the Premier League. You know what? It's all starting. Our priority seems to be Jadon Sancho on big money. But with the coronavirus, are we going to go and spend 100 plus? Who knows? Thomas Partey, who needs him more, Arsenal or Man United?
I think we both. I think we both need him, blood. You understand? I think equally. You get me? I think that's one that we probably battle for it, blood. You understand? I think I could see both clubs actually going in there and trying.
Who has a better chance to get if we're going head to head for him?
Yeah.
Be honest. I know obviously you want to support your team, so just try and be as unbiased as you can. Who do you, hand on heart? Who do you think has the best chance of luring him to their team?
I don't. You lot got the wage advantage. You lot got the wages, innit? You understand? That's where you lot have a big advantage, blood. You get me? You could go there and say, yo, it's 150 bags, hold that. You get me? We can't really go in and do that. You get me? So that's the only reason why I'd probably say you lot have a little edge, is because of the money, innit? You understand? If Kroenke would actually start moving serious how he moves with the Rams, then blood, nobody could rap with us, blood. If he actually started moving how he's supposed to move, we could be like, all right, that player, boom. How much do you want? Yeah, take that, come, boom, boom. But
just be ruthless with it.
Yeah, we don't have that. I mean, we've never had ruthlessness about us since since we left Highbury, blood. Let's be real, fam. You get me? But yeah, I'd say because of the money, I think you lot could probably push a little bit more. You get me? But on footballing terms, I think he'll look at Arteta and he'd want to play under Arteta more, blood. You understand?
You think he's a more appealing manager?
Much more appealing than Solskjaer. And that's one thing I want to say, blood. He is much more appealing than Solskjaer. He plays better football than Solskjaer.
He's only been a manager for 3 months.
No, but look at the impact he's had, blood. We've lost 1 game, bro. And that was our first, and that was our second game, blood. You understand? Forget the Olympiacos game, because that was 120 minutes and man are tired and you get me, all of that, forget that. In the Premier League, you understand? We built up a run, blood. We got better in defense. You understand? Saka's moving like Carlos, blood. You understand?
Saka's been good. Saka's been very good.
When you look at Mustafi, I'm like, raw.
He's raised this game, yeah.
When I'm looking at Luis, I'm like, raw. Is that Luis, blood? When I'm looking at Xhaka, yeah, Xhaka, blood, yeah, of all the man that I thought were like, I'm like, raw. Should we even sell? Xhaka now, blood? Because Arteta's got him moving, blood. I'm like, now he's moving like understand? He's moving solid now, blood. You look at Aubameyang, he's just raised his level. You get me? Lacazette, his confidence was down. He's brought Lacazette's confidence. You understand? Before this Corona thing come in, Lacazette was on a good goal scoring run. I think he had 4 in 3. You understand? So when you look at there's always when a new manager comes in, there's always that bounce in it.
Oh, trust me, I know there's always bounce. I'm still bouncing. You lot
never had a bounce, blood. You lot was on some kangaroo.
Oh god.
It was like, you lot was flying, blood. You understand? And that's with Arteta. When he came in, there wasn't a bounce. You understand? It's gradually we've seen the progress, blood, and we've seen how we're getting stronger and stronger. And when we go to away grounds now, under Emery, we was like, brother, we were losing today.
Everyone was roll over. Yeah, you roll over.
Was like, it was a thing where how much are we losing by? Is that we knew we were losing, but what's the score going to be? 3-1, 2-1, 4-0? Who knows, blood? Under Arteta, we're going to games now and we're like, blood, we're not. When we go to home games, we're like, yeah, we're winning this. When we go to away games, we're like, nah, we ain't losing, blood. You understand? And
yeah, you've had quite a few draws. I saw when DT come on was looking at Arsenal's kind of form, and it's like you've actually lost less games than City. But it's just that you've just got so many draws.
The draws is what's hurt us this year, blood. If we had turned maybe 4 or 5 of them draws into wins, blood, we'd be clear in the top 4, blood.
Ollie Chadwick says there, Xhaka and Mustafi have had the bounce like Matic. Because look, from our own point of view, yes, we had an awful start to the season. Up until January, it wasn't very good, to be honest. We had a couple of big results along the way to January, some big teams beating them, but the consistency wasn't there. And then Bruno just came in. And, you know, some fans who don't really rate what Ollie's doing are saying it's nothing to do with Ollie and stuff like that. It's just that Bruno's come in and the team's playing a little bit better. I kind of give a bit of credit to Ollie because the players that he's brought in have been brilliant. And some of the players that were already there, like Fred's a new man. McTominay has kicked on. Rashford, he got him scoring goals before he got injured. He was doing very well. Martial stepped up this season. Mason Greenwood's been a revelation. Brandon Williams at left back's been a revelation. So I give a lot of props to Ollie where it's due. And it's interesting we talk about like Arteta and Ollie. Someone said a couple of minutes ago there, Ollie's first 3 months compared to Arteta's first 3 months. Now, I think ours was a little bit more eye-catching just because of we went literally from 0 to 100 in terms of just win. But was there really that massive difference in play? Not really. It did feel like the players were just feeling happy and kind of expressing themselves a bit more because it was so low under Jose. And then maybe some of Ollie's frailties came in because he's learning and he's trying to get things right. And then we were poor from sort of from PSG, and then you was the next game and we lost. And then we were shit right up until probably it continued into this season, to be honest with you. Up until just before we broke up for the virus, the last sort of 10, 11 games, we really started to hit some form. So it's interesting to see the two managers and how they're going about. I think with Arteta, what you can see is like, you can see what he's trying to do, like visually straight away. Like even from that Chelsea game, which was your first home game, innit? I was like, oh, I could see that. All right, cool. Then I think he slapped up Bournemouth. I watched another game and I was like, yeah, I could just see what you're doing. There's still a few frailties and you can see goals and you're still going to do the Arsenal thing, which is concede late or concede just before half time or not get the win because you're still a work in progress and you still got some of the old issues. But I can see maybe what he's doing. But I think Ollie's doing well. And I think a lot of Man United fans are saying, you know what? This is the best part of the rebuild that we've seen in a long time in terms of you look at the players that we've got, look at the players we're linked with. If we get Sancho, Martial, Rashford, Sancho, Bruno Pogba, that is madness. And then fix up the midfield and maybe another centre-back partnership for Harry Maguire. But who do you think has done a better job? I know it's hard because things only been there a lot short and hasn't had a transfer window. But okay, who do you think will do better in the long run? That's it. That's the question.
I think Arteta will. I'm not saying it because Arteta is Arsenal manager.
Yeah.
I'm saying it because when he came in, yeah, I was one of the man that was like, nah, I don't. No. I don't want Pep's assistant, blood. I don't want some brother that's on the training ground putting out cones. You understand? That's what I said, blood. That was the first thought when I saw it, blood. You understand? Then his first press conference, the way he spoke and what he said, yeah, I was like, bro, he hooked me, blood. He literally turned me from the news coming out, and then his first press conference, he turned me, blood.
I'm not gonna lie, Ollie did that to me.
He turned me. But then when I saw the first game, I said, rotted. This brother ain't ramping, blood. He's actually playing like City, blood. Like the fullbacks, the way the fullback, the triangles, the high press. Like when Ollie came into United, yeah, the only thing he changed, yeah, was you lot started winning. You understand? The football never really changed. You lot were still sitting and counter-attacking. You understand? With us, yeah, we were playing 5 at the back with 2 fucking holding midfielders, blood. You understand? 5 at the back and 2 holding midfielders. We're playing this at home, blood, against Bournemouth and Burnley. I'm saying, so what the fuck is this, blood? You understand? Arteta's come in and he switched the whole thing, blood. He's like, listen, we're Arsenal. I played for this club. I know how we're supposed to play football at this club. We don't play 5 at the back, blood. Yeah? None of that, blood. Even when we go Old Trafford and City, blood, we don't play 5 at the back. We play 4 at the back, rude boy. Yeah? 4-3-2. 4-3.
We play 5 a lot against the big teams.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Everything changed. The way he changed up this thing, blood, the intensity in the play, I was like, rotted. This is mad, bro. You understand? We stopped losing. The away record. You understand? We got so much better, blood. Yeah, they were draws, but we weren't losing now, blood. You understand? We got the run in the FA Cup. You get me? We're still in the FA Cup, blood. You understand?
Yeah, do you know what? And it was Sheffield United away. And I remember looking at that thinking, I don't think they're going to beat Sheffield United. It was peak. Especially at that time, everyone, they were playing wicked. And then obviously now there's this big long break.
But at that time,
but you was playing good, to be fair. Yeah, you was.
Sheffield United away, yo, that's a good draw, blood. You understand? We've avoided a couple big teams. Let's you understand? Every game we played in the cup this year has been away, blood. So let's go away again, blood, and slap at someone else. You understand?
Same. Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Every game in the cup this year has been away, fam. You understand? And we've done the job, blood. And the way that I just see like the atmosphere of the Emirates, blood. You understand? The atmosphere was dead, blood, under Emery, fam. When he first come in, it was kind of lit when he first come in, blood. You understand? You remember that game when we beat you 2-0 and Aubameyang scored the penalty? That was mad. Even you said to me after the game, raw, you lot are kind of,
it was bouncing.
You understand? Then it went, Arteta's brought that back, blood. You understand? The things he's done behind the scenes as well, blood. You get me? The way, like, when Doozy was trying to fuck about, he'd drop him quick. Tell him, yo, level your head, blood. You're a little man. You ain't done nothing, blood. Level your head, rude boy. You understand? Go sit down, blood. You understand? He knows how to deal with people, blood. The way, like, when the balls he had to make Aubameyang captain, yeah? You understand? Because everyone was like, don't make Aubameyang captain. He said, nah, you're captain, blood. Run with it, blood. You understand? You look at our club now, blood. You understand? Before Arteta come in, we would have never been linked with man like Partey and Upper Moncano and all them thing there, blood. Emery was looking at some donuts, fam. You understand? Arteta's just, it's different, bro. He's learned from Pep. You understand? And you're even seeing that, yo, since he's left City, you understand? They're kind of shaky now, blood. So maybe he was a key part of Pep's team. You understand? Because you have to realize as well, Pep ain't gonna have no dickheads around him, blood.
No, to be Pep's number 2, you've got to be a certain type of.
You have to be serious, blood. I'm telling you straight, Solskjaer ain't got no chance of working as Pep number 2, blood. You understand? I tell you that from now, blood, because Solskjaer, like, he hasn't really. Who's he learned from? You understand? Who's he learned from? You have to remember, he got Calder relegated, blood. You understand? Like, the difference between him and Arteta, there's a big difference, blood. You understand? And you're gonna see that when a whole season's completed, you'll see how ahead Arteta is of that brother, blood. I'm telling you, because Solskjaer as well has no tactics, blood.
Do you know what? I see what you're saying about it. Arteta looks more tactically astute. I agree with that. I could see his ideas quicker. But I feel like Solskjaer is going to build something decent. You know, I've always said, like, especially now, will he be the man to win us a title? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know about that. But will he leave us in a very good shape? And is he progressing us? Yeah, I think he is. I think he is progressing us. And I think because we're getting the backing now in terms of the players that we're linked with and the type of criteria that we've got of signing players now, Maguire come in and done very well. Wan-Bissaka, no one can speak his name. Shut down any man on the left-hand side. Simple. Even Igalo come in and done his thing for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's done well. Dan James, a little bit up and down, but young player from the Championship, looks bright. Bruno, revelation straight away, top draw. Then you add in a Sancho, or you add in a Partey, or you add in whoever they're going to buy. Like, I just think it's showing that, even if Solskjaer hasn't got it tactically, which is what Rance always says. Rance is like, we're getting better players, but Solskjaer's just not the guy to control them and that. Well, look where we are in the league. No one can really say anything. Like, he's got us 3 points behind Chelsea, which is, and apparently Frank Lampard's the best thing since sliced bread, doing amazing things. And don't get me wrong, he's done all right, but then Ollie's 3 points behind him. So Ollie can't be that shit then, can he? That's all I'm saying. Where people just give Solskjaer no credit, I see why because of the prowess, and there's certain managers out there that have like a bigger footballing like CV than him and more experience. I understand that. And part of the reason why I think he's done so badly in patches is because he's almost learning on the job as well, which from a Man United point of view, yeah, we shouldn't be in that position where a man's having to learn on the job. But we went with the club fan favourite, the legend. So it's going to take time. And because we want to see instant results, it's like you look at other teams too much. You know, like when we're younger, we're from Jamaican households. You know the ones there where you come back from school or whatever, and you say, "Mum, can I go and do this or can I go and do that?" And she says, "No." And then you go, "Yeah, but Thingy's allowed to go and do it." She goes, "Are they my pitney? Are they my are they my kid? I don't care what other people are doing. You're my child." And I think it's similar to that with the football thing. It's like we're looking at, yeah, but look at Wolves, man. They're flipping. They only got this and they only spent that and they only got this. Or look at Sheffield United. They're doing this and they're doing that. But look at Arsenal, or look at this, or look at that. Look at City. And I get it. You have to compare yourself to these teams at the right time. But there comes a time where you have to go, you know what? Let's not worry about no one else. Let's get our shit in order because we're a mess right now. First of all, let's change the culture at the club. Let's just get players who want to be here. Secondly, let's try and change the mold of player that we're going to try and buy, because the types of players that we're buying now are a joke. it's wrong. We're buying players the wrong age of 30. We're buying players who are just money grabbing. We're buying players who are not coming here for the right reasons. Let's change that. That in itself takes a couple of transfer windows. So in that, you still got the man who don't want to be here versus the people who are still trying to change their mentality, and you're still trying to get the right player. So all of it takes time. So in that time, you're going to get stuffed by a Bournemouth the odd time. You're going to lose at home to Burnley maybe the odd time. And I know people will say, yeah, but we still got Martial, Rashford, and we should never, ever, ever, ever lose to these players. But at the end of the day, you lot, look at your transition. You haven't won a league since 2004. Like that, Liverpool ain't won it in 30 years. So it takes time. So I think it's been proper hard with United fans because we're so used to being up there, innit? So used to being up there and not accepting anything less. And I get that. You don't want to lower your standards too much. But I just feel like Solskjaer has earned the chance anyway to at least say, well, let's just see where it's going to go. Is there someone that's more qualified on paper? Yes. Cool. You could go and get someone else. But he's building a harmony. He's building something. I can see something. Let me just see where it goes. It might end up not going to the top, but let me just see. He's earned that. That's just what I think. But Arteta, definitely, I can see why Arsenal fans like him. He's definitely what you need. And it was funny because at the beginning of the season, you, Robbie, DT, everyone at Arsenal, Ollie's going to get sacked by Christmas. Watch, he gets sacked. And it was Emery ended up getting sacked before him, and Ollie surviving, and Ollie doing all right now. So it's funny. That's what I'm saying about football. It's a funny thing. People can perceive it as this is definitely going to happen. But then when you let it play out, it can be a whole. How do we know that they don't back Arteta the right way? He doesn't get the right men, and then his football goes to shit because what he's trying to implement, he's trying to do the Pep thing, but he's got substandard players because the board won't back him, and he ends up falling on his ass. And Ollie, who's actually got the backing of the board, is still going. That could happen.
You see, but with Arteta, I don't think he'll stand for that. I don't think he don't look to me like a yes man. He don't look like a man that, oh, okay. You understand? Like if he goes to the board and says, yeah, we need this. We need to buy this player, that position. And then they're like, oh yeah, all right, cool, but we've only got this, like, so we can get you maybe him and him. We can't get him. We're never getting him. Don't even think about him. Like, you understand? Arteta would be the kind of man like, are you mad? When I came here, you lot said to me, we're going to build. Yeah, we're going to get Arsenal back to where they were. Yeah, which is fighting for league titles, winning league titles, back in the Champions League. You understand? What you are giving me is making me compete with Burnley, blood. And he'll cut. Arteta will cut, blood.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. And that's a very Arsenal-like thing to happen.
But I don't
Do you know
think.
what I mean?
I don't think he would have come, if he didn't believe that. You understand? I think the back, like when you look at the back room of the board now, blood. You understand? Edu, you get me? An Arsenal man, an invincible. You understand? Multiple league winner. You understand? Won the league at Old Trafford. Won the league at White Hart Lane. You understand? Done things, blood. You get me? Respected amongst Arsenal fans. Respected amongst Arsenal players, blood. One of the most, when you talk about underrated Arsenal players, blood, you talk about Edu. You talk about Gilberto Silva, blood. These men were backbone of the team, blood. When Vieira were injured or suspended, it was man like Edu coming in and putting in that 10 out of 10 performance, blood. You understand? When we was 1-0 down at Chelsea away, blood, in 04, blood, Edu come, boom, 1-1. Big goals. Do you know how much big goals Edu scored for this club, blood?
Edu's a big player. Yeah.
Whenever the fight kick off, Edu's there, headbutting, man. Madman Brazilian, you understand? Cuss it, puta, boom. You understand?
Yeah, and Gilberto's a solid holder.
Same thing, man. You understand? And I believe that because he's at the club, he won't let Kroenke and them man they move like idiots, blood. He won't have it, blood. He will tell them, nah, blood, you man brought me in to change this club and bring Arsenal back. So this is what we need to do. We have the money to do it. So stop moving tight and free it up, blood. That's why I think, like, you understand? That's how we got the Pepe deal done. Yeah, we might be paying fucking, I don't know, what is it, 20 million a season to get him in, blood. I don't care, blood, because what people forget is when Real Madrid bought Ronaldo off you, man, they were paying it off for 4 years, blood.
Yeah. So all of these are in installments.
Nobody said nothing. Nobody, because they got their player, blood. I don't care how long it takes to pay off a debt, blood. To pay off, you understand? As long as we pay off the thing that the player, I don't business, blood. You understand? And I believe that because we got Edu and them man there, they will be like, nah, you know what? I want Partey. And then Raul will be like, all right, cool, we're going to get him, blood. Don't worry about this little idiot transfer fund. We'll pay these man 15 million a year and we'll still get him done. You understand? We have people in here who are smart now, blood. Gazidis could have been doing that from time, blood. But he wasn't smart, blood. He's there thinking, no, we got to pay them up front. We got to give them the whole... No, we don't, blood. No, we don't, blood. Pay them off 4 years, blood. I don't care, fam. You understand? You think fucking PSG are still paying off the Neymar deal, blood?
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Over 200 M's, yeah.
They're still paying off the Mbappe deal. You think anyone's saying anything? But whenever it's Arsenal, oh, look at these man. Oh, look, they're paying off. I don't care, blood. I have to play a blood. I don't care. You understand? And that's why I think that with what we have the right manager and we've got people in the board that are footballing people. And that's why I think that we will, you understand? We'll get better, blood.
Okay, fair play. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be so interesting to see how it plays out. I'm excited to see how it plays out. I think, obviously, you certainly have a manager that you believe in. I've got a manager that I think is definitely building something, and I'm excited to see where it goes. The comment that's been up on the screen for a little bit is Rutman94 says, this sounds very much like how Sir Alex Ferguson and Wenger were, where Arsenal played great football and United get the results. I think maybe this season, or for Arteta's short span here, it might be a little bit too early to maybe predict that, but definitely you could argue that you might play, a little bit better systematically, and patterns of play and ways of play might be more evident, but maybe we've been a little bit better, just what the table would show that, at getting the results, although Emery did contribute to dragging you right down there. You know what was funny about this whole thing, yeah? And this is why I love football, especially with my friends here. Remember when we were like, I remember it was a game at Norwich, yeah, when we beat Norwich 3-1. And if we didn't win it, I remember if they would have beat us, we would have been level on points with them in the bottom three. It was so, it's like, you're not going to go down. But like throughout different times of this season, you guys, I've seen it on ULUX content when you lot were in a bad way. And you, DT and I, Robin, look, we're not going to go down. Or listen, it's not as positive. We are in relegation for, you know what I mean? But then I remember earlier in the season, when we were down and out, 13th and all these places, 12th, and you lot were all laughing, saying, yeah, you had just relegation, and it just flipped. The season just done. And now,
Emery tried to blame his gal, try to call her the white witch, blood. Well, I'm to this shoot, he's tapped, fam. He's tapped.
Oh, my God.
Like a roller coaster, blood. That shows you how Emery is, blood. I swear, this guy's a fraud. He made me believe, blood. Do you know what? Do you know how he made me believe, yeah? It was, we played Leicester at home, yeah? And Leicester took the lead 1-0. And then the goals we scored in that game, yeah? Brother, oh my God. This guy had me believing he was the best thing since fucking Pep in fucking 08-09, blood. There was a few moments, yeah, where he made man believe like, right.
He was intricate as well. He's very meticulous and very particular and sorting things out, trying things.
He was very tactical, blood. He'd always he'd overthink. You understand? His problem was overthinking, blood. You get me? He'd have one plan and then he'd be like, no. You understand? And then there was one point when he just had one plan. You understand? 5 at the back and 2 DMs, man. I said, brother, what the fuck? I said, nah.
I see Josh in the comments. Josh is saying Emery out. I remember we was away. Where was we? I think it could have been Holland. I can't remember what country we was in. When did Emery get sacked? December? No.
I just came back from Amsterdam. So it's just after my birthday.
What month's that?
November.
So whoever we had in the Europa League in November, I think it was Alkmaar. I don't know why. Anyway, and I woke up and I was like, Josh, he's been sacked. Because Josh wanted Emery out for ages. Josh going, yeah, running around this house and all of this. And I think it got to the stage where, because we watched you against Leverkusen or someone in the Europa League at home, got pumped up, and that was it, innit? They were like, nah, we can't have this anymore.
Who was it?
It was the Europa League game. It was at home, and you think you got pammed up?
I can't remember what German team it was, bro. It weren't Leverkusen.
Was it not Leverkusen? Oh, okay.
It was
Frankfurt. It was Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yeah, Frankfurt.
Yeah, it was them, innit? And yeah, they had you up at home, and then that was it. And there was no fans there. There was no fans.
All my days. Let me tell you how bad it got. Yeah, there was one game. Yeah, we was who's we losing to? We was losing 2-1. Yeah, in the
Burnley, because Burnley beat you at home as well. So.
Palace beat us. No, we drew with Palace. Burnley beat us. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2-1 to Palace in the last minute. Yeah. And we're attacking, yeah, and everyone's booing, like, everyone's like, stop attacking, blood, let them fucking beat us, blood, like. People were shouting, yeah, brother, I was up on North, you know me, I sit in North Bank, innit? I was up on North Bank, yeah, bro, I'm shouting, don't fucking score, don't score, let Palace win, bro, Lacazette.
Seriously?
Bro, watch this now, this is how bad it got, yeah? And this is how bad it got for the players as well, blood, yeah? This is how I know the man them were Emery out, blood. Lacazette was Emery out hard, yeah? And try, we was behind the manager, we really tried, you know. No, you was like, yo, this brother's done out here, fam. Come and get this guy sacked, blood. You understand? Lacazette scored, yeah. Man literally went like this.
And it's a last minute equalizer.
Yeah, nobody picked up the ball, nobody ran back to the halfway line. Everyone was like, even the way he shot, yeah, he was like, oh, fuck's sake. You understand? And then
didn't mean to score.
No, he didn't want to score, bro, but he was in a position where he had to score. You understand? He was literally on the goal line, blood. He couldn't miss it.
Yeah.
He had to rush it in. And then literally the Thursday we lost to Frankfurt.
That was it. Yeah.
Friday morning he was gone.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. It was my. I've been there with man. Look, when at the end of Jose's reign, it was toxic. It was horrible. I'd say it was way worse than when Moyes to the end of Van Gaal's tenure. Obviously, the end of Van Gaal's tenure, we just won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
On a little bit of an up. Kind of knew the writing was on the wall for Van Gaal, but at least he went out on a high or whatever. And some people still think it was a bit of they done him dirty like that, and there's a good case for that. But the Jose, how he left, it was toxic. And I remember, you know me. With my match reactions and all that, I'm not a guy to be on the camera going effing this and effing that and what is this guy doing? Liverpool away 3-1. Pogba was on the bench at the time. McTominay was not unknown, but was still a new youth just coming through. So he started instead of Pogba. Our midfield was dead. It was like McTominay, Fellaini, and Herrera. I think it could have been, if I'm not mistaken. And I just lost it after the game. I was like, these fans. When are they going to grow a backbone? Get rid of this man, right? And then by the morning, he was sacked. It was probably the only round I've ever done. And by the morning, Jose was sacked. But so I know what it's like when it's toxic, when people just, you know, even like the hard, you know, you get like the hardcore supporters that like, even though they know it's really bad, they'll still sing the manager's name or because they're supporting the team there and there. They don't believe in kind of like booing the players or booing what's going on, which I get. If you're at the game, it's not good to boo your own man and stuff like that. You guys have had that obviously with Bellerin and other players, etc. But it even got to the stage where the hardest core man and girls were going, F off, Jose, get out of the club. And I was like, for when these lot turn, that's how you know. This is a question that's been on the screen quite a bit. I've got to ask you this year. Please, the streets need an answer, Flex. Martial or Lacazette? For me, it's not even a conversation, but that's a bit harsh. It's not a conversation, but I know who my answer is.
Yeah, it's not because Lacazzette's miles ahead, so you're right, blood.
How did I know you was going to say that? Come on, Troopz. He's not.
Yourself, blood.
He's not. You know about Martial.
Shops has issues, yeah? You understand? I don't know why he's not picking Lacazette, blood. I don't know. Maybe Lacazette did, Lacazette a Gallis, blood. Maybe Lacazette did the magic.
Martial's been finding it tough to get in there as well, up until recent as well, because his form's been a bit up and down. But come on, man. Listen, Lacazette can't take no one's soul.
This is Lacazette's first bad season.
Now forget the form. I get it because I know he's in bad form.
Remember,
Lacazette's in bad form.
He started the season injured.
If I said to you, yeah, because I know you know about Martial.
You do know that, innit? You do know that, innit?
What?
Lacazette started the season injured. He was 60% fit. He got injured first game. He was out for 2 months, blood.
I hate Ash G says lack of threat.
Man spent $1.99 to say lack of threat, blood.
I think that's what I know. Well spent.
Understand? He needs to go buy essentials, blood. He needs to go buy bread and milk, blood. What's he gonna do now, fam?
I'll try going for the contribution. If I said to you, yeah, Lacazette's what 28 now, is he or something like that? I heard a couple of your Arsenal fans obviously it might be a bit flip-floppish because he was in bad form, but some people were saying, you know what, he could be surplus because if we've got Aubameyang, we've got Pepe, Aubameyang needs to play up front, Saka's going to come back to left wing, whatever. If you're looking at who you could do without, people were saying it could be Lacazette. If I was to say to you, would you swap Lacazette and you could have Martial? Would you think that was an unfair swap or would you bite my hand off?
I wouldn't do it because we like where's Martial gonna play, blood? I got Pepe, I got Martinelli. You understand? I got Saka can play there. You get me? I got Reece Nelson. Like, you understand? I got options there, blood. Like, I don't need a win.
Half of them man are not in the conversation with Martial. Reece Nelson and these man are for Martial.
Reece is 20, bro. Just remember that. These men are young, bro. Saka's 18, blood. Yeah.
Saka's good.
Smith Rowe's 19. Willock just turned 20. These men are babies, blood. You understand? They're babies. Even like man like Willock, blood. You look how good Willock's done this year, blood. Willock's done really well this year, blood. You understand? That goal he scored at Anfield, blood, in the 5-5, fam. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was a banger. That was a banger.
I got my leg flex, blood. You know me already.
Scenes. Of course. You have to be. The comments, obviously, look, I know obviously all of our viewers are going to go with Martial, but you're saying Lacazette, yeah?
Like our blood clots it. What do you mean?
Okay,
blood?
all right. I don't expect anything less of you to support your player. Kyle B, I like this one. Flexing Troopz. If you combine Arsenal and United, would they be better than Liverpool? That's a wicked question. Is the answer no?
Nah, we would.
All right, so De Gea or Leno?
I'd go Leno this year. De Gea for me. You know how let me tell you now.
We've been here.
You know me. I'm a De Gea. You know I'm a De Gea.
Yeah, you love De Gea, yeah.
He's done out here now, blood.
He's not done, but he's not been good for 18 months. People who not channel know I've criticised him a lot. But him and Leno were like joint top of the flipping mistake list.
But when you look at Leno's mistakes, yeah, they're not mistakes, blood. He's making saves, yeah, and then the defense is not there to clean it up, blood. You understand?
All right. Okay. I would still say De Gea because I know I can bank on him in shot stopping. But all right.
Look at the saves Leno's made this year, blood.
Yeah. He's made some good saves. He has. And this year, De Gea's done some stupid things. That thing against Everton where he just kicked it to Calvert-Lewin. Anyway, all right. Let's go for it quickly because we're nearly out of time. We've got about 10 minutes left, right? So Wan-Bissaka is obviously the right back. Yeah. No point talking about it, yeah? Harry Maguire and say...
I say Luis.
Would I rather have Bailly than Luis? I probably would.
I'd say Luis.
I probably would.
On form, you have to say Luis, blood.
On form, yeah, because he hasn't been playing, and I'll say he probably shades Lindelof ever so slightly with the way he's been playing. All right, let's just say for argument's sake, Luis and Maguire. Left back, I'm saying sure.
Saka.
Oh, because Saka's playing left back, and he's getting a sitter.
Saka.
See, this is really right. You know what?
Not Saka. I am mad.
This is weird, yeah. This is weird. I'll tell you why this is weird, because obviously Saka's not a proper left back. Luke Shaw's a season pro at left back and has done really well. But has he put the numbers on the board that Saka's put this year?
We can't put the numbers that Saka puts up, blood.
All right.
Let me tell you something from now. Luke Shaw, will never do what Saka is dealing with, blood. Yeah? Saka can play any side on that left-hand side. Anywhere on the left.
But is it just good form, though? Because Luke Shaw's proved that he is actually a left back, though.
Nah, because when you look at Saka, when you look at the way he was playing...
I don't think he can defend as good as Luke Shaw.
Nah, because he's not a natural defender, blood. But that's
what I'm saying. So if we're going for a team that's going to be better than Liverpool's, because they've got flipping Robertson there.
But they got Trent on the other side who can't defend for shit. You understand? So you need the balance. Wan-Bissaka is not as good as Saka going forward.
I just feel uncomfortable putting him at left back.
No, but look, we play when you defend. You have one. When you defend, like if you're Arsenal and City and Barca, when you defend, you've got one left back that when you attack. Sorry, you got one of the wing back that flies all the time, blood. You understand? Saka is the flyer, blood.
But it's weird. I feel weird putting any of your players in this whole back four because our defense is just better than yours.
Nah, but Saka's better than your whole back. The only one who can clap.
He's not. He's not. Nah.
The only one who can clap is Saka. The only one, and that's because he's
even Williams at left back can give Saka a run for his money. He's doing well.
Near Saka, blood.
Do you know what? I'm gonna be Mr. Nice Guy because you're a guest. Yeah, I'll put Saka in there, but I don't agree. Let's go to midfield. Let's go to midfield. Pogba, Bruno, and I'd have Fred. Fred. I'd have Fred over any of yours. Your whole midfield. Fred's been doing bits.
Fred over Torreira. We've had this argument before, blood. You remember?
Yeah, I would.
Yo.
On form, it's Fred. Fred.
Before Portsmouth tried to kill Torreira was matching up the play.
Yeah, but Fred's been doing it all season since he got in the team as well. Fred's been sick this season. Proper. Pogba, Bruno, Fred, man. That's got to be the midfield.
You can't put Pogba in. What the fuck's Pogba done this year, blood?
Yeah, but he's still better than all the man. Don't matter.
Nah, but you can't put. Nah, but we're going on form, blood. So how you
we're not really. We're just trying to pick a team that will be better than Liverpool's. That's the question. And Pogba and Bruno have to be in there. Facts.
Fred can't go in over Torreira.
Can, man.
He can't go in over Torreira, blood. Torreira's another Gilberto Silva. Torreira's another.
That little hobbit, man. Nah, he's running around with his little no net. He looks like a little small Craig Bellamy, bro.
Respect, blood. Yeah?
Uruguayan Craig Bellamy, bro.
You weren't saying that when he was yamming your whole midfield at the Emery.
Nah, I like Torreira.
You weren't saying that when he had Fred in his back pocket, blood.
But nah, man. Fred, that was a different Fred. This Fred now, Torreira can't see this Fred.
Blood. Fred tried to come Emirates, blood, on a hype team, blood. Fred got put down.
That was then. This is now.
What do you mean then? Blood, that was recent. That was this year, dog.
Wow, since January, I'm telling you, Torreira can't see Fred. You can't see Fred.
About a week ago.
I'm having Fred. All right, I'm having Fred. You're having Torreira. All right, this is where it gets interesting. The front three, because obviously Salah, Mane, Firmino, we're trying to get a team that's best fits to go against that. Aubameyang, Martial, Rashford.
What?
Aubameyang, Martial, Rashford. That's what I'm saying.
Aubameyang, Rashford, Martinelli.
Oh, no way. No way. Then I may as well put Green with them. And I'm not doing that. Come on. It's got to be Aubameyang, Martial, Rashford. It has to be. Rashford been batting it up before he got injured. Martial batting it up, and Aubameyang's class.
You know what? Nah, you know what? I remember when you tried to cuss my guy Pepe, blood, and he come and haunt your club, blood.
It's got to tap in.
Pepe's going in, blood.
It's got to. Oh, shut up! I'm ending the stream.
Remember when
I'm taking you off the stream. I'm going to mute your microphone.
Take
if
one,
you say Pepe one more time, I'm going to mute it.
Nico Rascal Pepe, my brother. Are you mad? Yeah, you can see in it. Yeah, you can see in it. Yeah, you can still see in it, blood. Yeah.
Pepe is not going in that team.
Yeah. Pepe rush you up, blood. Pepe got you and Rat done.
I saw Pepe getting done up by Phil Barsley, getting kick up at Burnley, mate. Don't talk to me about that in a 0-0 draw. Like, no.
What?
No.
What?
Pepe is not having it. He's been all right in patches, but he's still finding his feet. It's a Martial, Rashford, Aubameyang. Come on.
This year, I give you Rashford.
Martial, what do you mean? Martial's having his second best season scoring. It's got like 13, 14 goals.
That's nothing, blood. Aubameyang does that in his
Dan James and Pepe on the same level. They've got roughly the same amount of output.
Dan James has been in English football longer than Pepe.
Do you know what? I don't know.
Twerk for Pepe, blood. You twerked. Don't ever forget that, blood. You, man, twerk. Yeah?
Don't say you, man.
Moving on. You see how man we're moving on Swans' life? And
don't say you, man.
That was you and Rant's, blood. And
speak about who you saying. Because who said it?
You, man, were twerking hard.
I never ever once said, oh my God, we have to get like, you can say the twerking thing for the Sancho thing. Like, if we don't get Sancho now, and then
Rant's tried to cover himself by dropping a Presents Blood t-shirt, fam. You understand? Cover his clock, blood. You can never cover your twerking. Yeah? Brothers were twerking. I swear down. You're lucky.
Listen, talking about all the installments, yeah, I didn't know it was in Pepe's contract to actually perform in installments as well. It's like he's just performing in stages because he ain't put no consistency up on the board. You can get out of it. No chance. No chance.
His first year and he's had 3 managers. What can
you there you go. Well, there you go. That's why I'm saying he's not. There you go. Ash G says for contribution, Oba is the only player that gets into the United team. I have to agree.
Saka gets in. Leno gets in.
Doesn't. With what we got, he doesn't.
Leno gets in.
Leno does not get in our team ahead of De Gea.
Stop done, bro. De Gea's done, bro. De Gea's finished. He needs to go Madrid.
He's that good, yeah. He's that good that when he's not on form, he's still very good because he's been that good. You see what I'm saying? So it's like certain players' levels are so high that yes, he's dropped off. Has De Gea dropped off? Is he in decline? Absolutely. But he's still a very good keeper. I agree with that for sure. Listen, all right, we come to the end of the thing, man. That was jokes. We need to do this more often, especially in lockdown. You know what I mean? I know. Before you go, actually, I've been enjoying your family vlogs, man. Something that you don't normally do, but obviously in quarantine and that you've been doing. A lot of people in the comments earlier on were saying, "Troopz, where's the next one up and stuff?" So keep doing that, man. It's you and little man and the missus and that and the boys there. It's wicked, man. Keep doing that.
Yeah, I got one dropping tomorrow. Still, we're back from tomorrow.
Okay, so that's still happening, yeah. Big up, obviously your socials. Everyone knows where to find you and the channel. Make sure you lot subscribe to Troopz' channel. Doing big things. I'm Flex UTD across all the channels. Hit me up on the Instagram, yeah. Like Troopz has been saying, he's been raving up with me on guest lists on bottle settings, yeah. You've been there. You're back in the club. You're back in the club tomorrow.
No, come on, man. I got my team. My bottle's there, bro. I gotta go get my other one, though. You feel me? I need to get done.
I got my Appleton's rum. Yeah. So make sure you check that out. I just dropped a new video on the Flex as well on my channel. Make sure you check that out, talking about my basketball career and why I never ever made it to the NBA. why I didn't do it. Yeah, hey, listen, with my basketball thing, I was a baller. Don't get me wrong, I knew I could never make it in the NBA, but I feel I could have gone pro in this country if I tried hard enough, but I didn't. So check that out to see that. Troopz, I'm gonna see you again very soon, bro. We need to keep doing this, man. It's lockdown. We need to bring good times. You know what I mean? There you go. Everyone's saying, where did I get this top from? My guy Hard in the Paint. Check out on my Instagram. He makes Arsenal shirts, Roma shirts.
If he's watching, yeah. Hey, yo.
Hey, I'll plug you, man. I'll shout him. I'm gonna shout him after this. I'll DM him for you. Get that plug. Turkish has got one. Mustafi's rocking one as well. Yeah, so
you got one before, man. What type of violation?
Yeah.
I represent that, yeah. I represent the ends, yeah. Show love.
100%. I'm gonna shout him for you, and you guys who want the United stuff of it, check him out on Instagram. He's doing big things, man. So yeah, thanks for dropping a like on the video. We'll see you guys very, very soon. We're out of it.